now, right now. Right 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 now, right now. Oh, I got a real good feeling.
We try to bring you high-quality educational and informational content every single day. Why do you think the price is having such an anemic time? The news story of the hour. Jump onto the chart. Is this the beginning of a massive financial unraveling? We gotta add a little addendum to the show map today. So we start here on the daily. Now, we've been looking at the RSI on Bitcoin's daily chart for the last several days. Well, it has been, but it's been increasing over the last 50 years since the government. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and welcome back to Coffee and Crypto Live. This is your week daily morning show where we bring you the latest and everything Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And hang on one second, let's just turn that a little bit. There we go. That's much better. Welcome back to Coffee and Crypto Live, guys. We got a lot to talk about today. Right now, we have seen a massive crash on Bitcoin over the last 24 hours, down to below $60,000. Yesterday, we drew a very predictive chart, and we gave a warning, and that warning was that huge volatility was more than likely to come in the next 24 hours, and it could be a huge breakout, but it was more than likely going to be a massive correction. Well, right after... Maybe I shouldn't have said it, because right after we made that video, Bitcoin dropped $10,000. Right now, Bitcoin is only about $4,000 from all-time high, so it recovered quite substantially. But today, we're going to be talking about just that movement and what that may mean for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Before we get started, though, I do want to let you guys know that one of our sponsors, Bloffin, has a really, really incredible promotion going on right now. Let me see if I can pull this up here. If you guys didn't know, Bloffin is one of the best exchanges in the cryptocurrency space. They're up and coming, huge amount of trading volume going on. Very, very excited to be working with them, and there is a reason right now that you want to be bringing them on as your here. For some reason, I can't get this up. Let me just, sorry. I'll just go ahead and show you like this. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. There is a sign-up bonus going on for about a week. We're going to do it this way. There's a sign-up bonus going on for about a week on Bloffin. Tomorrow I'll have this just up on screen. Sorry about this. But as you can see, until March 14th, you are going to be getting a huge bonus if you sign up for Bloffin. About a 5% bonus. So that means if you deposit $500, you get a $25 bonus. If you deposit $1,000, you get a $50 bonus. If you deposit $5,000, you'll get a $110 bonus. If you deposit $10,000, you'll get a $500 bonus. If you deposit $15,000, you'll get $750 bonus, and if you deposit $20,000, you'll get a $1,000 bonus. As far as I'm aware, it is as simple as your first-time deposit. If you're a first-time depositor and you deposit that much money, then you are going to be getting that much money in return. So, even if you're not interested in Bloffin, guys, I mean, come on, just go make yourself some free money. This channel is all about making free money. Here's some free money for you. Want some free money? Go sign up for Bloffin with the link in the description box down below. Now, it gets even better if you are a trader, because if you trade $500,000 worth of volume, you'll be getting a $50 bonus. If you trade $1 million, you'll be getting a $100 bonus. If you do a $5 million in trading volume, you'll be getting a $500 bonus. If you trade $10 million in volume, you'll be getting an $1,100 bonus. And if you trade $25 million in volume, you'll be getting a $2,500 bonus. Wow. That is awesome. So shout out to Bloffin. That promotion will be running for about the next week. So if you have not already, a lot of you guys have, but if you've not already, make sure to sign up for Bloffin with the link in the description box down below. It has been completely secured by Fireblocks, so it is very, very, very secure. And also, just make sure to go ahead and sign up and get some free money. All right, let's read some chat and jump right on into it. Sean O'Brien here today saying, hey. Hello, Sean. Alex Nibo's in chat. Joe Bollier's here. RJ, Alex Nibo again. Chance Nelson, you are awesome. It's 420 Wood. Jeremy Shorter, Philly Skills 1428, Mike Lowry, Steven Alexander, Crypto Mini Bikes in chat. Crypto Ohio said, good morning, Jeb. A person's wisdom yields patience. It is to one's glory to overlook an offense. Somebody's quoting Proverbs this morning. Shout out to you, Crypto Ohio. Somewhere in the teens. I forget which chapter that's in. Jason Core in chat. Satchet321. Eric DiNicola's in chat. Mike said, be like Mike and smash the like. There you go. I like it. Robson Lopes is in chat. Said, Jesus is coming back. Hurry up, crypto world. Amen. and so many others. We've already got almost 400 people watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's not delay any longer. Let's jump on over. Let's jump on over to CoinMarketCap and take a look at Bitcoin. Right now, Bitcoin is currently trading at $66,000. There was a giant crash yesterday, and I looked at CoinMarketCap and I looked at my wife and I said, "Honey, I love it when this happens." I'm not even kidding. This is a true conversation I had with my wife yesterday. I said, I love it when Bitcoin crashes. After it hits all-time high and then everything goes through this crash, it's just such a beautiful buying opportunity because you know that that level that you just hit a few minutes ago or a few hours or a few days ago is proven. And with all of the momentum, you basically know you're going back to that level. It's a sell-off rally. The only reason the market is corrected, it's a sell-off correction. The only reason that we're correcting is because people are taking profits. It's a profit-taking correction, if you can call it that. Market's going to rally again. People took profits at 69 on Bitcoin. What happened? Bitcoin dropped down to 59, freaked the noobs out. And then the people that took profits at 69 re-entered at 59, and they just made another 15% if they weren't leverage trading. Now, if you want to leverage trading, if you want to do leverage trading, Bloffin's a great place for that, by the way. But fact of the matter is, this is not the end of the bull market. This is just the beginning. And I'm going to show you why. I'm going to prove to you why we should be quite confident in Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is currently at a $1.3 trillion market cap. That is still all-time high territory. The last bull market's all-time high on market cap was $1.27 trillion, which means $1,270 billion. Right now, we're at $1.3 trillion. Ethereum is sitting at $454 billion in market cap. Tether's sitting at $100 billion. $100 billion in dry powder. Tell me that's not a lot. Just kidding. I won't hear it. It is a lot. That's a lot of dry powder on the sidelines. Solana, $56 billion market cap, $126, a 10% correction. Everybody who knows anything about markets should be saying, hooray, I get a lower entry. Woohoo! Never going to see $15 Solana again. At least I can see $120 Solana again. Because in case you haven't seen our other analysis, Solana is probably going to well over $250 like very, very soon. XRP sitting at 60 cents. It's going to rally also. I'm not as confident in XRP as Solana, Cardano, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and many others, but it is likely going to do well itself. Dogecoin going through a correction. Sheep going through a correction. Well, no duh. It makes sense that those would be going through pretty large corrections considering they rallied 60% and 200% in the last week, respectively. If they do go through major corrections here, it's not a bad idea, in my opinion, to load some up because they just proved that they can go parabolic in a week. I mean, they did triple-digit percentage point gains. They did X factors in a week. Wow. That'll probably happen again later on in the market. Uniswap going through a big rally. Really, really excited to see that. This is a second 50% rally in the span of 7 day in a 7-day period. I bought some Uniswap down at like 6, 7, I think. It's doing really well. One of my best performing assets. I told you guys early on in the market, to some negative feedback, I told you Uniswap is going to do really well. Want to know why? Because it's one of the biggest dexes. And you know what happens? The rich get richer. That's a fact of life, guys. You know why? Because the rich, in this case, the rich dexes, the rich projects, have the network effect. They already have people in the exchange that are saying, hey, go sign up for this exchange. Hey, go sign up for this exchange. Hey, you, come here. Hey, I just made more money. I'll put it here. They grow parabolically. And so a lot of people thought it was kind of stupid, buying Uniswap. Some of you are big fans of the channel, so I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just saying, listen. The reason that we made investments in Uniswap was because it was the biggest DEX. And oftentimes, the most market capitalization by a long shot flows into the top 20 or 25, especially into the top 2 or 3 of each different asset class. So the top 2 to 5 projects in layer 1s, the top 2 to 5 DEXs, the top 1 or 2 or 3 cryptocurrencies that are for store of value like Bitcoin. CASP is obviously doing very well because it's a small community, so it's already basically in the top 2 or 3. Those are the markets that are going to accrue huge returns. I'm not saying some smaller DEXs won't also get multiple 100% returns, multiple X factors. But the fact of the matter is, Uniswap is doing very well as we expected that it would, and I would definitely encourage some investment in it. All right. Bear Freedom said, once you have money, it is much easier to make money. That's right. So many billionaires, millionaires, successful people throughout history have said it is hell to get to your first $100,000. It is hell to get to your first $100,000. After you get to your first $100,000, it gets a lot easier. It gets a lot easier. And the reason for that is because of parabolic returns. Because your money starts making money after you get to $100,000, especially after you get to $1 million. Then Money is a lot easier to make for two reasons. Number one, compound interest. Number two, because it took grit. It took work. It took a lot of patience. It took structure and systems. And here's a phrase, financial sovereignty to get to $100,000. You can luck your way into $100,000, but especially to $1 million. Generally, you don't luck your way into being a millionaire. Generally, you build that yourself. 9 out of 10 millionaires in the United States are self-made millionaires. And they didn't get there because of the lottery. They got there because they did the same thing over and over again for years. And then they put on the corresponding virtues that lead to that success. And that's how they ended up growing to $1 million and then taking off past that. All right, so what does this mean? It means it's not a bad idea to invest in high cap projects, even if they've already gone through big rallies. Even Bitcoin could 3x from where it is. And speaking of Bitcoin, let's talk about Bitcoin. By the way, guys, if you guys have not tuned in, or if you guys just tuned in, I really quickly just want to throw this up on screen again. If you guys have already signed up for Bloffin, or even if you haven't yet, you really ought to go ahead and do that. This is why you're going to get free money. If you sign up and you deposit $20,000, you're going to get a $1,000 bonus. You're literally just going to turn $20,000 into $21,000 in about 10 minutes. Okay? That's free money. It's that, I don't know how else to say. It's simple, right? You deposit $500. Most of you guys got $500. You're going to get $25 for free. Even if you turn around and take it out of Bloffin, you just turn 500 into 525. That's 5% in a day. Easy money. If you're trading on Bloffin and you do $500,000 in aggregate volume, you're going to get $50. If you do $25 million, you're going to get $2,500, and you can see all of the other ratios in here. This is only through March 14th, so get on Bloffin, make your deposits, start your trading journey. They've got everything that you need. They've got the fiat to crypto gateway. They've got copy trading. They've got leverage trading that goes up to 150x. They've got 300+ spot markets. They are non-KYC. They are custodied by Fireblocks, so they're ridiculously secure. Very simple user interface. We really like the team that we're working with behind the scenes. They're very nice. So really excited to see where Bloffin goes. All right, let's continue along with our technical analysis here, guys, because this is the warning that we gave yesterday. Let me just pull this up really quickly here over on YouTube. Yesterday, we talked about a little warning that goes a little something like this. Just pull up yesterday's video, and I'll show you where we were. We have a iron neck ad. Shout out to whoever this is. If you're trying to get that shredded neck, then I guess go to ironneck.com. Free. Literally, okay. Comedy's a part of this show, right? So I got to tell you a funny story. When I started my gym journey, say that 10 times fast, had some bro dude telling me, oh, well, you'll get shredded. Just do 500 crunches every day. So I was just sitting there just going to town for like 2 hours. I didn't know what I was doing. But there's one guy that we went with, and we called him Trunk Neck because he'd come in the gym every day with one of those things on and just do his neck. He just worked his neck. He didn't work anything else. He just worked his neck. It's a true story. You think I'm kidding? All right. Back to the point at hand. Yesterday on the stream, the chart looked like this. And I think at some point later on, not at some point, I'm not sure where it is, but at some point we drew a trend, what we've seen happen in recent memory. Well, fast forward, and that's what happened. Because it's the same chart. Trend line was there yesterday. We said it can go up or it can go down, but there's going to be a huge breakout in the next 24 to 48 hours. In the next 24 to 48 hours, we saw that happen. And it's more than likely going to be down for reasons that we explained yesterday, and I'll go over those again in a moment. But that stream was right, funnily enough, that stream ended right here. It was basically exactly after the stream, because this is 11 a.m. This is 11 a.m. yesterday. Pretty much right after the stream, we just fell straight through the floor, down to a low of $59,000. Huge sell pressure. You know what this was? This was smart people locking in gains and dumb people entering shorts. Excuse me, not dumb people. Inexperienced people that are making dumb decisions entering into short trades. That's what this was. It's not that they're dumb. They made a dumb choice, right? This is experienced people taking profit and inexperienced people getting liquidated. That's what that was. If you'll remember, part of my warning yesterday was before you go, give me a 1 in chat if you remember me saying this. And yesterday you're probably like, Jeb, why are you saying this? You're just wasting your breath. Give me a 1 in chat if yesterday you remember me saying, hey, before you go and do a 10x leverage, even a 2x leverage, long on Bitcoin, wait for a confirmed breakout because we're probably about to have a big correction. Who remembers me saying that yesterday? Please, show of hands. Give me a hand. Give me a 1 in chat. Who remembers me saying that yesterday on stream? That's why I do this every day, so I can warn you guys about stupid things that people try and tend to do that's going to get them wrecked. If you would have entered a 5x long yesterday, I bet one of you did it. I remember yesterday I said, there's one of you out there that's about to do that, and please don't. I hope you heard me and you did what I said. Because you would have gotten annihilated. You would have been liquidated, or at least gotten stopped out. Bunch of ones in chat. He said it. Mike Lowry said it. So here's the thing. I'm not here to rub it in your face. My job here is to help you grow. My job is to help you expand. My job is to help you become more financially sovereign. And part of the way that we do that is by avoiding dumb things, avoid making mistakes, and we do the right thing over and over again, even if we miss out on some good opportunities. Now, I'm going to give you a life lesson here that applies to technical analysis, then we're going to jump back into the market. Before we get into it, smash that like button. Let's see if we can get over 1,000 people watching live. Really appreciate all of you guys tuning in, and don't miss this opportunity to make some free money over on Bloffin. Sign up below. It helps to support the channel, helps the expansion operations that we're doing here. We've got something really amazing in the works behind the scenes, guys. This is the first thing that I've ever built that I'm like, man, I'm going to be working on this for the next 30 years. This is going to be my legacy. I've been doing this for 7 years. It's the first time I'm like, man, this is my legacy. This is what I'm going to be remembered for. That's what I'm working on right now. Signing up for Bloffin helps to support the creation of that. I've told some of you guys about it, but I haven't made it public yet. But I'm working on something really cool. All right. Here's the lesson. We want to avoid as much risk as we can while also maximizing as much reward as we possibly can. The way that we do that is multifaceted, but we diversify our risk profile while also maximizing our return profile. One of the last things that you want to do in cryptocurrency or in any market is put yourself in a position to lose everything. If you were ever going to leverage trade, say it with me now. When I teach my 3-year-old something, I say, repeat it back to me. Say it with me. Repeat it back to me like we're doing Miss Rachel or something. Say, I will not enter a leverage trade without a stop loss. Go ahead, say it. Nice. Thank you. Please hold that in your heart and mean it. Because I know, I guarantee you, haven't even checked it, but I'm going to go check on CoinGlass. I guarantee you some longs got liquidated and some people got screwed yesterday because they didn't heed the warning that I gave out. Either they didn't see the stream or they did see the stream and they thought they were smarter than that. Doesn't work that way. You don't enter into a leverage long trade until you've broken the level of resistance because it's just too risky. There's not a good risk profile there. Like I said, I hadn't even pre-analyzed this, but I can see it right there. I know what these charts say, guys. I live in them. I work in them. Check that out. $400 million of long liquidations. Do you see my point? A lot of people got wrecked yesterday. That's at 2 in the afternoon. At 10 in the morning, before about $700 million of longs got liquidated, I was telling you, do not enter a leverage long trade right now. Wait until we break the all-time high. One of the reasons I want to grow this channel is because I say wise things like that sometimes, and I want as many people as possible to hear them. There's always a chance that Bitcoin could have broken bullish and you could have made a lot of money. But remember, a liquidation here, and there's $700 million of them in the span of about 6 hours. That is bone-chilling amounts of money that was lost. People lost life savings yesterday. You might not know anybody who did, but the data tells a very clear story. People lost life savings yesterday because they did something stupid. A liquidation is where you lose 100%. This is not a stopped out chart. You can't track that because getting stopped out is just a trade. Getting liquidated is something that exchanges track. You know why? Because exchanges make a bunch of money when you get liquidated. They track it. It's one of their metrics that they go over in leadership meetings. Now, if they have integrity, then they don't encourage you to get liquidated because they would rather, for your benefit, because they care about you if they're a good exchange, that you not get liquidated, but they would also rather that you not get liquidated so you don't get discouraged. They want you to continue trading, so they're going to try and stop you from getting liquidated. So it's in the best interest of an exchange to discourage you from getting liquidated, even though in the short term they make a bunch of money. The point is, they track it. $700 million got liquidated yesterday. That sucks. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all that getting, get understanding. Proverbs 4:7. Again, life lesson, applying it to cryptocurrency, then we're going to do some more technical analysis. When we are going about our lives, the greatest achievement of man or woman, for the one of you that's a woman that's watching, all right? Demographics are very heavily skewed in the male direction. The greatest achievement of mankind is the acquisition of wisdom. It is the acquisition of wisdom because wisdom paves the way to everything else. Jeb, can you make a video on how to use Bloffin? That will be coming. Yes. The greatest achievement of man is the acquisition of wisdom. So please, hear my instruction. Take it back to prayer and thought. Please listen to wisdom. All right. So with that said, let's do some analysis. What happens from here? I know many of you are wondering, all right, Jeb, all right, okay. I get it. What happens next? What happens next is that Bitcoin's going to break all-time high within the next month. I'm being a little conservative because I actually feel like it's going to happen a little sooner than that. But in the same way we said yesterday, it could break up or down, but there's going to be a huge breakout and it's probably going to be down. Same way we said that yesterday. What I'm saying now is that in the next month, again, it's probably going to be sooner than that, we're going to have a breakout. About a week ago, I just kind of threw a date out there and said, I think we're going to break all-time high. And I almost never give exact dates, but I figured, what the heck? We'll give an exact date. It's for fun. We're going to break out sometime around there anyway. So I threw out the date March 25th is the day we'll break all-time high. We did not break all. We did technically set a new all-time high, but we didn't break above it. The market is still trading below it. We didn't break the market structure. We broke the exact level, but we are not in blue sky territory yet. We still have a ceiling above us, even though we put a hole in it. The day that I said was March 25th was the day that we would break through all-time high. And a lot of that has to do with the way that we've done this before. When we've rallied up to all-time high, we have this tractor beam effect where we just get sucked straight towards the all-time high figure. But then once you get to all-time high, the resistance is pretty stiff for a little while. This pattern repeats every bull market. This happens every time. Technical analysis, most of what it is just looking into the past and saying, that happened. Probably will happen again. Why? Because the same market with the same humans are trading in it. And I'll tell you what, humans, on a mass psychological standpoint, tend to think pretty similarly throughout space and time. You slight me, I'm angry at you. That's how an unregenerate human will think oftentimes. But, there's money, I'm going to go make it. There's something that's pleasurable, I'm going to go do it. Like humans have a lot of thought processes that are very similar. The thought processes that play in here are threefold. Number one, you see Bitcoin's within a third, about 33% away from all-time high. All right, I'm not going to sell until we get to all-time high because obviously we're going to all-time high. You said this to yourself. Don't lie. You said it to yourself. And it makes sense, right? The reason you say it to yourself is because it's rational. Bitcoin's already so close to all-time high. The fundamentals are getting stronger. It's going to go to all-time high. Why would I sell? I'm not going to be a bear right now. I'd be selling early. So I'm going to hold on and we'll sell at the all-time high. And then you know what happens? The same person that said that says, we hit all-time high. I don't know if we're going to break through it. Man, we've never been up here before. This is uncharted territory. We might just get slaughtered out here. We might die of dysentery on the Oregon Trail, man. I'm going to sell some of my position and take some profits because we're at all-time high. It's a good place to take a stop out. It's a good place to take a little bit of profit. That's the second thought process. And the third thought process is, oh, crap, man, we're rallying back up to all-time high again. We're probably going to break it. I might as well buy. And then you get the buying pressure, and that kicks you through the ceiling. Same thing happens over and over and over again. The Christians watching in chat, can you please quote Ecclesiastes with me? There is nothing new under the sun. People have been thinking this way for thousands of years. Technology changes. People really don't all that much. They tend to think the same way. That's why technical analysis has power, because it's rooted in the way that people think, which doesn't change. Across market, across culture, across time and space, it does not change very much. People tend to have the same thought processes about these things. There are cultural differences, that's true, but when it comes to rational, a lot of times it's very similar, the way people think. So, in this case, people think, there's a lot of short trades over here. Actually, not as many as I thought. That's interesting. There are some short trades, not as many as I would have guessed, though. There are some short trades that got wrecked over here, too. Specifically right here. That's about $25, $26 million of longs. Not as many short trades got wrecked, which makes sense. Because probably not too many people are, knucklehead enough to enter into a short trade when we're right next to all-time high. But we go through that correction, and then people say, oh, my goodness, it's time to buy again. Because we're dropping. It's a good discount. Last time we'll ever see this price. Who's ever said that to themselves? Or said that to somebody else? You're never going to see this price again. Buy now. There's some logic to that, right? There's some logic to that. It's the last time you can buy during this bull market, which historically is going to go well beyond all-time high. It's the last time that you can buy in before we get up there. It makes sense. It's rational. So people say it. People tend to say rational things, colored with emotion, but they tend to think pretty rationally. We've got this thing called a brain, otherwise known as a logic engine, right? And so now people are going into another phase, which is, we're going to break all-time high. I've got to load up as much as I can. So we've gone through the first two phases. The first phase is I'm not selling. Why would I sell now? I can sell at all-time high. And then the same person that said that said, all right, we're at all-time high. I'm going to sell. I'll be a bear for 2 days. We've been through that second phase. It all happened in a day. That second phase happened yesterday in 1 day. Hit all-time high, drop 10 grand. That whole second phase happened in 1 day. The third phase is, we're going to break all-time high sometimes pretty soon. I better load up. If I ever want 1 Bitcoin, I better do it now. $66,000 is a lot, but it's a lot less than 200. You've said that to yourself too. I know the way you think. There's a reason I do financial coaching. You know one of the reasons I do financial coaching? First and foremost is because I love it. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. From a business standpoint, as far as if just numbers, it doesn't actually make a lot of sense. Because that hour, I charge $150 an hour. That hour, there's a lot of ways I could probably make more than $150 an hour. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying. The reason I do financial coaching is because, first and foremost, I love meeting with you guys. That's way more valuable to me than whatever I could be doing to make more money. This is not about money. It never has been. There's a lot of ways I could have made a lot more money. I'm not interested. That's not my goal. My goal is to help you guys. So first and foremost, the reason I do coaching is because I love sitting down and talking with you guys. It's one of my favorite parts of the day. I just had an awesome call yesterday. Shout out to Tony. Awesome call. So much fun. If you're watching, man, it was a great call. But secondly, because I like to pick you guys' brain. I like to realize how you guys think. I have so much more insight into how you guys think because I sit down and I have an hour-long conversation with you. I know what you're thinking, what you're probably thinking. And what you're probably thinking right now is that Bitcoin is about to rally back up to all-time high, so I better go ahead and get moving on some Bitcoin investment. And I'd say that there's a lot of logic to that. And I'd say that that's not a bad call. We've gone through the massive correction now. We'll probably bounce around here between 60 and 69 for a couple weeks. Within the month, though, I believe we'll be in blue sky breakout well above all-time high. That's what I think we're going to do. Jesus Najira said, or it might be Jesus, actually. Jesus Najira said, Jeb, you think we will go to 19 trillion market cap? I do. I don't know when it'll happen, but I do think it'll happen. We're at $2.5 trillion now. Shadrach Frost said, morning, folks. Apologies for running late. Man, I hate my job lately. Whew. Sorry to hear that, Shadrach. So sorry to hear that. I don't want you to hate your job. I don't want you to hate your job. Is there anything that you could be doing other than what you're doing right now that you would enjoy more, that would also make a living for you? That would make the finances work? Wage slave, Queen said. Yeah, we don't want to be wage slaves. No, definitely not. And a lot of people are in that rat race, and it's depressing. You know why people call it the rat race? Because how does a rat race? A rat race is in a rolling, in a wheel. Rat race is in a wheel. They put all that effort in. They run and run and run, and they get nowhere. That's why they call it the rat race. If you're in the rat race right now and you feel like you're running and you're getting no direction, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel and follow what we're doing, because my mission in life is to teach you how to get out of that. Have the greatest likelihood of being a millionaire, of being successful, of being in control of your life and finances. There's a lot of you guys. Give me a 1 in chat. Let me poll the chat. Give me a 1 in chat if you hate what you do for a living. Hatred is a strong dislike. Please don't hate people. But I can kind of understand if you hate what you do. I can have some understanding and some empathy for that. I'm very blessed that I'm not in that position. I love what I do for the most part. Every once in a while, it's like, man, things are tough. And then you're like, oh, man, I just hate that. I never hate being on stream with you guys, but it's like, man, I just wish I could. This one thing. There's always a part of a career or a job that you're like, man, I just don't like this part. John Connell said, love my job, programmer. Awesome. Love it. Love to hear that. Hate is not the actual word I should have used. Just don't like it anymore. Hey, listen, hate is a strong dislike. That's the definition of hatred, is dislike on another level. If you feel, if the word you use is hate, then it might be hate, you know? And we got to be very careful with hate. It's a very dangerous emotion. But to some degree, there are things that we can hate. We should hate sin in ourselves. Like if I were to be mean to my child, I ought to hate that action. There's a godly hate. It is okay to hate sin. If somebody abuses somebody, I'm not going to hate the person, but I'm going to hate what they did. I hate it. I hate it with a burning passion. I hate it. But we can't ever let that hatred flow into hating people. Because people are deserving of compassion. Actions are not necessarily. So, I get it. I get it if you hate your job. Please don't hate the people in the job. But I understand if you hate your job. And I believe that financial sovereignty will help you. Part of being in control of your life is being in your placement. I just had a conversation yesterday in that call that I was saying was so good. And the last thing I said in the call was, again, I always keep things anonymous. But I said, I did not find my one thing until I found the one person. And his name is the Lord Jesus Christ. So even if 99 of you hate what I'm saying, but one of you hears what I say, then it'll be worth it. If you feel like you haven't found the one thing that you are called to do in life yet, because each and every one of you was born with a call, I would encourage you to find the one person who can lead you to that. And the backing for that I will give you is Proverbs 3 and 5 through 6. In all thy ways acknowledge him. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall, not may, he shall direct thy paths. That is a promise of God. If you are his, if you believe the gospel, if you give your life to Christ and accept his forgiveness for your sins, he will, he shall, period. Promise. There are promises of God. That is a promise of God. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. He shall. So, if you don't know what your life ought to be, I am not saying that you are any less righteous or faithful. I am not coming at you for your trust in the Lord. I am just letting you know that when we get to know him, then we'll get to know what he wants us to do. All right. There's such a thing as righteous hate. There absolutely is. The Bible says the Lord hates the wicked. Yes, as far as the people that are scorners, yeah. So the point is that, guys, there's a place for hatred. I understand if you hate sin, right? As Christians, as human beings, who every single one of us is guilty of sin, we have no place to hate another individual. Because you know what that does? Either one, that puts either one, if that person that we are hating is saved, then we are committing double jeopardy because Christ already died for that sin. If they are not saved and they're already on the path to hell, then we are committing double jeopardy because they are already going to be punished for the sin that you hate them for. So we are committing double jeopardy, which is wrong. And if they are saved and you are hating them for the sin that they committed, then you are offending the cross because the cross took that punishment. So we have no business hating anyone. Let's move on. I know you guys are here for crypto, but that hatred stuff, man, we got to get that under control. There's a lot of hate running around, and there's a right way to hate, and there's a wrong way to hate. And if we get that figured out, man, we're going to have a much better society. All right. When is Bitcoin going to smash all-time high? Great question. Like I said, this channel is crypto-focused and faith-based. So we spend a lot of our time on crypto, but I do like to mention the faith every once in a while, because we are based on that. All right, so when is Bitcoin going to hit all-time high? Great question. That's a question I answered a little bit ago, but I want to kind of dive into it more because that's the point for today's stream. I believe that Bitcoin is going to hit all-time high, is going to break and be in blue sky breakout from all-time high within the next 4 weeks. The next month. So before the beginning of April, we do have the halving coming up on April 17th. Is the current date that we are predicting the halving will occur based on the block height and the block time and all of that. So we do believe at this point that Bitcoin will hit an all-time high and break through all-time high within the next month, which means pre-halving. We're still 45 odd days, probably about 40 days, 41 days from halving. I threw out the date March 25th. It's just a day. That's pretty much the first time in a few years I've given an exact day that something's going to happen. Normally I give you a range, but just for kicks and giggles, because we're going to hit it sometime around then, I said March 25th. We'll see if we hit it. Tell me in chat if you think that March 25th, what day, let's hear this. In chat, what day do you think Bitcoin is going to hit all-time high? This is just for fun. When we make predictions, we make ranges on time and space. We say it'll go to $100,000, $80 to $100,000 between August and beginning of November of this year, right? We give a range because we want to kind of, we don't want to, it's prideful in a way to say, I know exactly where the market's going to go. No, you don't. No, you don't. There's one of you watching this like, oh, I know exactly where the market's going to go. No, you don't. No, you don't. You have an idea of where the market's going to go. You can make an educated guess. You can make a prediction, but you don't know for sure. Last I checked, time travel hadn't been invented. So, so we don't know the exact day, but we can make a prediction and say it's most likely that this will occur at this time. But We're not being prideful. We're just having some fun. What is the exact day that you think will hit all-time high? Because I bet one of you will be right. I'm calling March 25th. Not so sure it's going to be exactly March 25th, but I'd love to hear your opinion on this. Joe Bollier said 420. That would be pretty funny. Bob Riley said March 20th. Verhoefte Fluffen said Cinco de Mayo. Well, that was yesterday. Well, we did. Technically, that's correct. We did hit it on Cinco de Mayo. Excuse me. What am I saying? Cinco de Mayo is the 5th of May, not the 5th of March. I'm sorry. I know better than that. My wife is half Hispanic, and her first language is Spanish. I know better than that. All right. Wisely T said, softer bull market after the halving due to those large gains prior. Honestly, I think we're just going to rampage for the next, 6 months. I think it's just going to go absolutely parabolic. March 10th, it's going up, I believe, tomorrow. March 25th is my birthday. Happy early birthday. March 20th, my birthday. Happy early birthday to you also, Pete. Exchange with the cheapest fees. I don't know if Bloffin has the cheapest, but I know they're pretty inexpensive. So I definitely check out Bloffin.com. There's a pretty big promotion going on with Bloffin right now. I would definitely recommend you guys to take part in, where you get free money. It's that simple. You just kind of get free money, and that's really cool. If you want to know how to get access to this free money that I speak about, then you can sign up for Bloffin by going to the link in the description box down below. And these are your bonuses. You deposit $500, you get $25. Deposit $5,000, you get $110, etc. Take a screenshot, pause, read. It's active through March 14th. A lot of money to be made here. So make sure to go ahead and sign up for Bloffin if you haven't already. All right, let's read a little bit more chat before we wrap it out. I really appreciate you guys being here. It is always so much fun to be here. 314, 3.14159265 is Pi. Julio Yaramillo. Yaramillo? Is it Yaramillo? Or is it Yaramillo? I'm not sure. Too many tequila shots, Jeb. Man, it's been a long time since I've had tequila. It's been a long time since I've had tequila. Oh, too many tequila shots because I thought Mayo meant March. Right. Cinco de Marcho. Somebody said. You think Bull Run will still stretch into 2025? Yes, I do, but I think things are going faster. I think things are going faster this time. Jeb got a Latina. Half Latina. She's de Puerto Rico. Mi esposa es. Mi estrella is what I call her. Hey, Mr. Jeb, what is your thoughts on Caspa? I think it's awesome, and I think it's a great option. So if you don't have any, I would definitely consider it. Jaramillo. Jaramillo. Well, no, it's not 2 R's. It's Jaramillo. Is it Milo or Mio? Because I know 2 L's is normally yo. Jaramillo? All right. Jeb is multicultural. Yes, my daughter, because I am, just a pasty white boy, and my wife is half Puerto Rican, my daughter is a Puerto Rican. It's true. She's Puerto Rican. Got a little Rican running around. I was so scared to make that joke for a long time because I thought people were gonna think I was racist. I'm not, guys. I'm not. I think that's a horrible sin. I think it's absolutely terrible. But yeah, she's a little Puerto Rican. All right, I'm gonna read a little bit more chat. And we're gonna wrap it out, guys. Jesus Alvarez said in 20 minutes. March 24th, Crypto Surge said. Shadrach Frost thought that was funny. Oh, the dad jokes. Yep, I got a lot of them. I bet you that Jesus and his disciples were Honda fans because it says they were all in one accord. There we go. Got it. Such a blessing to have a daughter. Yes, it is. She's awesome. Oh, my goodness. Hey, you know what I've learned? I've learned that comedy is a real... Oh, my goodness. I've learned that comedy is a really important part of teaching because I have learned that you can't get anybody to do anything. You cannot force somebody to learn something. So you've got to teach them to love it. And humor is a big part of that. March 15th, a.k.a. the Ides of March. Beware the Ides of March. We know somebody with the last name Marsh. Marsh. M-A-R-S-H. Somebody with the last name Marsh. And he had a boy that was born on March 15th. So my dad told him, so he was born on the Ides of March. Welcome to the Club of Dad Jokes. Yes, welcome. Subscribe to the channel for more dad jokes. Thank you for the smiles. Really needed them. Oh, I'm so happy to give you guys smiles. Shadrach Frost, Mike Lowry, everybody. I forgot exactly who was it. Everybody who said that they hate their job. Yeah, it was Shadrach. It was you. Everybody who said they hate their job, I'm so sorry. Like I said, there are two components to being directed of the Lord. Acknowledge him, and then he will direct thy paths. Again, if you are his child, if you are in the book of life, if you are saved, if you've given your life to Christ, if you trust in him and lean not on your own understanding, not on human wisdom, but you lean on godly wisdom, and you lean on the word of God, and you lean on the leading of the Holy Spirit, he will direct thy paths. Part of that can be the leading of the Holy Spirit, but most of that is just reading the Bible. Most of that is just reading the Bible and doing what it says. So, yeah. I'm not saying that any of you are wrong because you hate your job. I'm just saying that there's probably a better way. If you sit there and pray about it, and he'll probably show you. He will show you. It is revealed in his word, and he will lead you. But we have to acknowledge him. How do we acknowledge him? We acknowledge him by acknowledging, hey, you know better than me. That's what acknowledge him means is the financial sovereignty part, the meekness part of financial sovereignty. Financial sovereignty is control plus meekness combined. Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. And the Lord blessed them, and God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea and the fowl of the air and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. I oftentimes say the first commandment that God gave was to get control of the earth, and a pastor corrected me and said, no, actually the first commandment was a couple words before it said, and replenish the earth. And I said, well, I didn't actually say this, but I thought in my head. So you're saying the first commandment of God was to go and get it on. Yes, that's literally the first thing he said. And be blessed. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. It's the Bible's poetic way of saying, go get it on, build families, build a society within marriage, do it the right way. But, and then what? And then we bring control to the earth. Well, Matthew 5:3 says, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Who is the meek? The meek are those that are willing to submit to another's rule, another's plan, another's teaching. We are meek towards God when we do it his way. To be financially sovereign, we must position ourselves under God, above creation, right there as the marshal that is the intermediary between the two. He commands us on how to control the world. When we acknowledge him, that is another way of saying we will be meek, because acknowledging him is saying, God, you know better than me. I'm going to do what you say. I'm going to follow you. No matter where it leads, I'm going to acknowledge you, and I'm going to follow you wherever it leads. That is how you acknowledge him, through meekness. And what is the fruit of meekness? You shall inherit the earth. What is the fruit of acknowledging him? He shall direct thy paths. That's powerful, man. Somebody give me an amen. Time to make donuts. God bless you, Jeb in chat. Heck yeah, man. Go make some donuts, man. Get out of here. That's awesome. Anybody who knows how to make donuts, especially if you're a dude, that's impressive. My wife knows how to make donuts. I know how to eat donuts. That's what I'm good at. I can eat a donut. I don't have a clue how to make a donut. I would take a jelly donut and put a hole in it and then suck all the jelly out. 12B Panda said, dad jokes. Kid, why does the man look man? Dad, because esoteric, you are what you become. I don't think that's a dad joke. I think that's an anti-humor joke. Oh, I see. Kid, why does the man look mad? Dad, because you are what you become. Oh, okay. Actually, I get that. I understand that. Daniel Stewart. I caught that. You're right. I am too young to get that one, but I can. When I stopped and thought, I could kind of read between the lines. Have fun with that. Okay. All right, guys. We're gonna wrap it out. I hope you guys did enjoy today's stream. We got a lot more content coming, guys. Like I said, we're working on some stuff behind the scenes. If you guys sign up for NordVPN, by the way, another sponsor of the channel, giving them a shout out. Make sure to sign up for NordVPN if you haven't. Protect yourself as you browse online. They're going to keep you safe. They're going to keep you secure. They're going to help you to be successful. Because getting hacked and losing all your money is kind of a problem. You know, if you do that, if that happens, then you just have to walk the steps back and you got to restart. And that sucks. So don't let that happen. Instead, sign up for NordVPN. Keep yourself safe online. And one last encouragement. This will last a week, but you only got so much time to get started on it. Bloffin right here has a huge deposit and trading bonus going on through March 14th. Sign up now, make a bunch of money, Go build some generational wealth in FinSov and be radically generous with the money you make. Guys, really enjoyed being here today. Before we go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good feeling.